Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to YOKA Leadership Student News. I am your host, Natalie Santos.
And I am Valeria Asensio. Before anything, we would like to thank and shout out Miss Obi for an amazing and informative bulletin board she put up in the hallway in light of Women's History Month.
Thanks to her research and work, we'll be highlighting women for their accomplishments based on her bulletin. Zoe Saldana, an American actress known for her work in science fiction film, which she is the only actor that appeared all three of the highest grossing films of all time: Avatar, The Way of Water, and Avengers Endgame.
Malala Yousafzai, Pakistani female education activist, received the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize when she was 17 years old for fighting for the right of every child to receive an education, making her the youngest recipient and the second Pakistani to receive the Nobel Prize.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as AOC, is the youngest woman and the youngest Latina to ever serve in the United States Congress. She is well known for her progressive politics and community activism.
Up next, we have Nelly with leadership activities.
Thank you, Natalie and Valeria. After some time due to NPR availability, Ms. Madrid and Ms. Wester finally got their game reward from donating to our hygiene help for Honduras philanthropy. They were able to play games including the PS4, all the lunch activities available. Thanks for your contribution. Mr. Gutierrez's advisory will have there soon. On Thursday, March 10, Leadership Black Rangers hosted our first ever Hot Cheetos with cheese sale. We want to thank Parent Center for providing the crock pot and Miss Nancy Saravia for taking time out of her day to prepare the cheese for us. It was definitely popular demand as we had lines from the start of the bell. Tomorrow, Tuesday, March 14, is Pi Day. Our leadership team, Megazords, will be hosting the third annual Pi the Teacher event for Pi Day. Students will have the opportunity to pie the face for a YOKA staff member. Remember that all pies begin at $1, and volunteers have the right to increase their price at any moment. Not everyone accepted their challenge, but we have an exciting and now presenting our 2023 Pi the Teacher volunteers: Mr. Jacob Vaughn, Mr. Morrison, Dr. Lauer, Mr. Chastain, Ms. Judilia, Mr. Chinchilla, Ms. Butler, Ms. Zapata, and Mr. Torres. Leadership Team Green Rangers will be hosting a pink lemonade sale on Tuesday, March 21st and Wednesday, March 22nd during lunch. Each lemonade will cost $2. Last semester, lemonade sale went well, so we can only imagine how this sale will go. Leadership Team Blue Rangers will be hosting another Nacho sale on Tuesday, March 28 and Wednesday, March 29. However, there is a change in time. Nachos will be sold after school near the front gate instead of during lunch. Hope you get yours before you head out. Feel free to buy for you, for your mama, for your daddy, and siblings too. Leadership Team Red Rangers will be hosting the 8th grade versus staff basketball game. Girls will be playing on Wednesday, March 29, and boys will be playing on Thursday, March 30th. Here's the current staff roster for both games. Good luck to them all. I am Nelly Castellanos reporting for your leadership activities. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Nelly. Nachos after school? Wow, so does that mean it is open to the whole community? Like, what if my abuelita comes to pick me up after school? Can she get some?
I don't see why not. Maybe they should move their location by the gate. Then everyone and their abuelitas can come get some.
You heard that, Mr. Gutierrez?
I mean, he's right there. He wrote the script. I think he already knows.
Well, just to make it clearer, you know.
Up next, we have Caleb with Club News and Student Involvement.
Thank you, Natalie and Valeria. It's spring semester and you don't know what that means. Field trips. If you know anything about field trips, just know that it can be stressful. Just look at Mr. Gutierrez, looking like a typical teacher off of coffee. Well, on Thursday, February 23rd, Mr. De La Cruz and the support of his STEAM team took the 7th grade line to watch the famous play The Outsiders at the La Mirada Theater. Something known to be an activity for the wealthy was exposed to our YOKA students, and many of them enjoyed it. The arts are something that should be seen by all and appreciated by all regardless of social status. On Friday, March 3rd, Ms. Wester and Mr. Gutierrez took 40 of our YOKA students on a hiking field trip to RUNYON Canyon. This was an awesome opportunity as it was the first time for many of our students. Students challenge themselves physically and mentally to finish the approximate 2-mile hike. Thank you for putting this together every year for our students, Ms. Wester. You have potentially changed the lives of our students simply by exposing them to physical activity that isn't always available to them. On Friday, March 10th, Mr. Gutierrez and his team took the 6th grade line to the LA Zoo. The weather was definitely a factor, but they were committed and packed their ponchos to fight back. Students were able to enjoy what the zoo had to offer. Today, Monday, March 13th, Ms. Yu will be taking the same field trip with the rest of the 6th graders. Hopefully they get to enjoy their trip just as much and more. SRLA is less than 7 days away from running the 26.2-mile LA Marathon from Dodger Stadium to Century City. They will be meeting as early as 4 in the morning. We want to highlight our basketball club, joined by many staff and students who play every Wednesday after school. It always gets competitive by the end of the game, but it's great because it makes our students better. Thank you, Mr. Kim, for putting this together. English teacher Mr. De La Cruz has done it again, and this time he has collaborated with history teacher Ms. Lee to present YOKA with our very own wax museum. Students conducted research, wrote, revised, and reflected on the lives and legacies of active citizens who worked towards creating a just society. Mr. De La Cruz had an exhibit where students got into character, embodying the personality of their characters, and presented their findings at the wax museum. Ms. Lee's class prepared an exhibit titled Legacy of Black Americans in the United States, exploring the contribution of African American leaders in the fight for an equal society. Here's Mr. De La Cruz and Ms. Lee explaining their process.
Hey, Mr. De La Cruz, what was your inspiration of making the wax museum?
First of all, it's something that's not new. It's something that has been around. I actually stole this from a good mentor and friend of mine, Ms. Doris Carola at Marshall High School. She did it with ELD students, and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was a great experience for any type of student. I also think that history and English, they go hand in hand. And if there's a way to make either English or history fun, enjoyable, then that's the inspiration, bringing the joy in learning.
And Miss Lee, how was the process of taking part in the wax museum?
So this is a project I've been doing many years, and then Mr. De La Cruz, I heard about the wax museum. It just seemed like we had similar themes, similar kind of ideas, and so it was very natural. Our process was very organic. We had a lot of conversations, bouncing off ideas of each other, and that's how we came up with this idea.
History teacher Ms. Stasi and her classes did an amazing job in creating a Shark Tank-like competition. Students were tasked with presenting to the sharks, played by YOKA staff, Chinese inventions. Sharks had to be convinced to purchase their invention. Now we have birthdays from March 13th to March 26th. Happy birthday to the following staff. Mr. Torres, March 25th. Now we have students' birthdays. Happy birthday to the following students. Happy birthday to y'all on behalf of student leadership. We hope you enjoy your special day. That's it for me. I'm Caleb Carballo. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Caleb. Principal shout out. EL teachers, Mr. Healy, Mr. Chinchilla, Ms. Carrera, and everyone involved with proctoring the first week of LPAC test.
Ms. Perez, Ms. Estrada, and Mr. Galvan for taking time to talk with 7th graders who struggle with their Week 5 report card. They set goals to improve grades by the end of the 10th week report card.
Ms. Butler and Ms. Gaitan for facilitating a great co-teaching lesson.
Now we have unscripted sports with Allen Baharias.
Hello everybody, welcome in. Today there's a lot of great games in the sports world, so let's get into it. First off, the Los Angeles Lakers. We needed that win. Los Angeles Lakers beat the Lakers 113, Warriors 105. Also, another great game, Pau Gasol night. Los Angeles Lakers beat the Grizzlies, Lakers 112 and Grizzlies 103. And during halftime, we congratulate Pau Gasol for retiring his jersey number 16 right next to the all-time Laker legend Kobe Bryant. And also another incredible game, the Dodgers have been having high score, beating the White Sox, Dodgers 8, White Sox 4. And another great game, Dodgers beating the Padres, Dodgers 8, Padres 3. Okay, that is all for me. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Alan. Up next, we have Isel with school news.
Thank you, Valeria and Natalie. The first annual YOKA Spelling Bee will take place next week on Thursday, March 23rd. Participants have been practicing very hard to compete on this day. We are excited for this event and will keep you all updated. Top 3 winners, best 6th grader and 7th grader, will receive a medal and a gift certificate. Good luck, students, and spell away. 8th graders voted on this year's 8th grade t-shirt and results are in. Congratulations to 7th grader Victor McGuiash for his winning t-shirt design, receiving more than 50% of the population's votes. T-shirts will be available for purchase in April when we come back from spring break. PHBAO parent conferences are coming up on Thursday, March 30th from 4:30 p.m. through 6:30 p.m. All parents are encouraged to come regardless of the student performance. Like mentioned before, student-teacher relationships are crucial in a student's education. Don't forget to read on Mayan before school, during school, or after school to get your minutes counting. Reminder that all students whose parents use parent portal will get free Just Day at the end of the month. Thank you. That is all for me. Back to Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Isel.
Thank you for joining us this week. I am Natalie Santos signing off.
And I'm Valeria Asensio. Have an amazing week.
Good job! The Los Angeles
United States! Where does it say? Where does it start with an L? Where? I don't know.
Philanthropy. Say it again. Philanthropy.
They will be meeting as early as 4 in the morning. Oh, what the? In my head, I read that wrong.
Wait, no, that's right.
No, because of like the tone.
Oh,
that's
okay.
not a good. Come on, Missy. I'm like
Who
super.
taught you about tone?
Miss Dravowich. Shout out to Miss Dravowich.
Can you hear me?
So you're gonna read it off of the script?
Read it off my phone.
Okay.
I mean, you can see, does it look like I'm holding my...
But every contribution by every
Say it again.
by every contribution.
Push ups. 1, 2. Sharks are to be convicted. Miss Jarwich. This is Miss Jarwich too. Convicted. So I'm Miss Jarwich for.